Oh my goodness. Hello everyone and welcome to Mega Man Battle.exe. I know it has been borderline a year since we have sat down and even posted or anything on this channel. I'm going to talk a lot about that during what's going on and everything else, and just how my last year has been, what happened, and see how everyone's still feeling about watching some Mega Man and everything else. But there's a lot of other things I've really wanted to do over that time, and since then it has taken a long time to get even just things in my own life in order and everything else to make, well, kind of get back to here where we're ready to make some content to where I can give it my attention and things I actually want to do. So Mega Man Battle.exe, we're playing CYBEAST FALZAR. I wanted to get back into how the kind of the channel used to be. Just starting off on something familiar. I felt I did make out that YouTube post a while ago, and I even saw a lot of comments asking, even recently, if I was ever going to make some more content again. And I did miss a lot of this. And even though it's a lot of feel good to be back, we are probably starting off with one of the most sad iterations of Mega Man. So this game starts right off with this is the last game actually in the Mega Man Battle Network series. For all those people who don't know Mega Man Battle Network, this is currently the last one that we got for the GBA and where the story ends. And it opens here. Well, I guess spoilers, but Lan is actually moving to a different town. He has pretty much grown up with Dex, Yai, and Melu this entire time. And his dad got repositioned to work at a new place to help open up like this new convention study of science place. And he's moving. Yeah. So he pretty much sat over it during the whole summer, never talked to his friends or anything about it. And just kind of, yeah, that's how he dealt with it. Funny, I know, right? The guy who just spawns back in talking about this. Melu knew, though, actually, sorry. She knew from Lan's mom. Everyone else did know, but, you know, girl next door, special character. She was going to get the privilege. So Lan moves here to Cyber City, and I figured now I really want to talk about why I was gone for so long, where the channel is going to go, and things I want to do, because I wound up getting really massive burnout. When I made this channel, these games had to initially come out, and I don't want to say like I was in a really bad point in my life, but I want to say that like I use this channel as like an escape, and I still love and adore doing the things I did, but I wound up treating this like a chore. I wound up treating the channel and everything else. I felt that if I just did these things, it'd be easier for me to feel better about other things that were going on. And in a way, it was a healthy expel to feel like I was doing something for myself and everything else. But then I wound up taking on and doing things that I was like maybe not enjoying as much, and then I started to feel like this was a chore, and this started clumping in with everything. So, of course, it's important. You gotta take care of yourself first before you can do anything else you really love. Went to therapy, changed a lot of my habits in life, new work, new education, bunch of different things, and I missed doing this though. There wasn't a day that went by that I didn't miss playing Mega Man, but I knew if I went back into it, I wouldn't be able to really identify the things I wanted to do with here on this channel, and then obviously enjoying Mega Man as a whole. And I know that we're having this terrible, sad breakdown, but how I want to change this channel and everything else is I'm going to talk a lot about it pretty much in this first episode here. And then we're also going to enjoy Mega Man Battle.exe, because this is a very sad opening. Lan is saying goodbye to his friend. This is heartbreaking. He's what, the 6th grade now? He's leaving his friends for Central City, I believe. He's having a hard time saying goodbye to his friends, and who are pretty much just like his family at this point. These guys have literally stopped world organizations together. So I think that's like kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, you know, normally growing up as a kid, you think to yourself, oh man, I'm gonna like play basketball or go play soccer with my friends at the park, or hop on the internet, we'll play some Call of Duty or whatever on, you know. No, these guys stopped like it was like every other week. I know I mentioned this in like the other Let's Plays that we've done on these channels, but like sometimes these games never took like a year apart. I think like Lan finally graduated like up to like grade 6, and like he's got to go like a different school. Like the World 3 stuff and all this other stuff just like happened back to back. It'd be like 6 weeks later and then Lan's just in it again, or then it's just like something terrible's going on and now he's just leaving. So it's the time frame of this is very crazy. This isn't like a, you know, oh, every year the terrorist organization World 3 comes back. Should I be saying the T word in YouTube? Maybe I'll censor it out. But you know, the bad guys just like kept coming back, and then a new one replaced them, and then Gospel shows up, and then like I get it, hero of coming of age story, it's cool and all, but like it's very interesting that Lan is so young in all of this, and obviously having a strong love interest in Melu and these connections with like Dex and Yai and like everyone else. Like he's just clearly not a regular kid. And then his dad's also a super genius. Like his dad took the biological DNA of his deceased twin brother and then put it in a net navi. Crazy. If you think about this, whole game is crazy. I'm on an acid trip right now. I'm not actually on acid, by the way. But like just really talking it out loud, you really get to put in perspective how kind of insane this game, like the story of this game, how quick it goes and how crazy it really is. So a couple other things I also want to talk about with the upcoming to this channel and everything else, kind of while we get to the tutorial here. I think this is mainly where I want to like talk over stuff. So we just have to go around, talk around town right now, the usual introduction to Mega Man stuff. Not much has changed here, just getting allocated back with whatever's there. I also don't remember off the top of my head a lot of the secrets to something, so like it will slowly come back to me. And if I miss any hidden items or stuff like that, please do let me know in the comments, because I will read everything, and I'll try not to bulk record too much. My old schedule of like recording 4 episodes will probably not change too much, but that's a nice segue into talking about what I want to do with this channel. So Mega Man will always be my first and foremost like passion and love for this channel. Playing these on my GBA and still going out to collect all the original GBA cartridges to play these games. Like I still do, even though I own the like legacy collection here. It's just what it means to be important to me. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm going to use RB. Thank you. I've used RB. Appreciate it. And that will never change. But I also then was really thinking about what more can I do on YouTube? What more do I want to talk about? And then I met a really great person who's my lovely girlfriend at this point, and she really appreciates over the last year. She's really allowed me to understand that it's still cool to like express yourself and enjoy your passions, and to just kind of make the things you want to do and not have to feel like you stick to a stigma of things. And so that's what I want to do. I want to make, on top of like, you know, what we're going to do here, where we'll still play games and everything else, I really want to make some different variety of content. I want to talk about the actual lore of Mega Man. I want to make some fun videos. I want to make a little bit more of a dynamic when it comes to the rest of this kind of content, instead of worrying about which game we're going to let's play next or what we're going to stream next. I want to talk about, maybe do like a giant crash course explaining video of each of the Mega Man games, and then explaining the Battle Network as a whole sort of video. And I also want to branch out to other franchises too. Now I know that it could be very simple and just be like, oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna upload Pokemon. Actually, no. I actually wanted to post some Digimon content too. I enjoy and love those games to an unhealthy degree, as you can kind of see by some of my collectibles up there. Maybe I'll zoom in. It is also one of my biggest and most beloved franchises I enjoyed as a child up until now into my adulthood. And I want to make also explaining, not just doing like New Game Plus runs on Time Stranger that just came out, or like Mega Plus. I also want to talk about lore videos, talk about like what if videos and things like that. I really like sat down and scheduled things out, and I felt like that's what was missing from the first time when I took up this stuff. When I first made the channel almost a year ago, if not longer, I just wanted to feel, I felt like something was missing, I guess, and this now relates more like the personal stuff, where it's like I felt that I was missing on things I wanted to do and didn't understand how to express and do them. And then so finding that time away and everything else makes me feel a lot better and a lot more, I guess, mentally in control. And then like also now having what I want to do and, you know, learning as we grow. That was the whole point of this thing, and it was fun. And so I want to continue to do that stuff. And I know if you guys enjoy it, you guys will be along for the ride. But it's not like everything is going to change. You know what I mean? It's not like this Let's Play is going to stop, or a different one's going to stop, or a stream's going to stop. I'm going to make it a more healthy way for me to produce the things I want to do and enjoy balancing life and not feel like I have to be forced into doing something. And so if I can express myself through the way those projects are and that I want to, it will come out nicely as we get through this lovely tutorial that is literally pretty much the exact same since Battle Network 4, since they introduced the whole synchronization thing. So Lan meets the girl. Bye, girl. We don't know what's wrong with her. I guess we saved her from RoboDog. I wonder who she could be, and I wonder if she plays any sort of important role in this game whatsoever. Darn it. I guess we'll have to watch and find out. But we'll also see a lot more stuff. I also want to change out the ways, not like change, not like where everyone's gonna like, the channel will be unrecognizable, but even the way we do Let's Plays, even though I'm yapping now, I want to change up the style a little bit of how we do them, a little bit more engaged, a little bit more just, I don't know, free-flowing, I guess, is the best way to put it. Well, let's see, what kind of sub-chips do you got? Unlockers. I'm broke. Haha. Chat, we broke. If you broke, just say so. Thank you, Pokimane. Appreciate it. Need a tutorial sort of thing, but we're good. I'm rusty, but I ain't that rusty. You know, Unk still got it in him as he goes to the wrong house. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. All right, do I have to talk to you first? Welcome home. Your connection to your computer's out of jack in, Mega Man. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. But yeah, the first episode probably won't really reflect a lot of the ideology and the ideas that I have. Oh, I got no mail. Lan, you have email. But I want to later on, and it will come a lot more present as the Let's Play and me not yapping about what I'm thinking and feeling and everything else goes on. Also, by the way, if you made it this far as my 13-minute yap along session, do come check out the Discord. Lots of chimmer chammers down there. So you guys can come chat, get allocated with everything else, and I can literally talk to you live, and we can talk and hang out with Mega Man and Digimon and any other series that you guys would be interested in me doing. Because, haha, spoiler alert, I also bought the Mega Man Zero collection, finally, since it was on sale. And we're going to do that at some point. So there's going to be a lot I want to cover. It's not just Battle Network. I will be honest, though, I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to the original Mega Man platforming games. I know, boo this man, boo. But I'll think about it, because I know the new one's coming out. But, I mean, Star Force is also coming out in March. So I just, you know, the voices, they're calling me. They're calling me. So, yeah. Like, I guess the vision and the original plan of this channel is not changing. The scope, and it's more or less expanding on what I'm going to be doing. Of course, there's always nervous. There's always the whole YouTube algorithm thing and branching out into other content. That's why I think I'm going to do Mega Man for a good minute, you know? Oh, I'm very dumb. Chat, I'm very dumb. But yeah, like, I'm still going to do the Mega Man stuff for a while and then really gauge to see how everyone's feeling. If there's still some of the regulars that I still remember talking to all of you before, that this might pop up in your sub box and everything else. That's really the fun way to understand all of this. So, okay, so net cafes were like a way to heal, and you were a sub merchant, which gives me nothing because I have 150 zenny. But yes, thank you, tutorial. Oh no, I overtalked tutorial. What is up now? Is it what me in this area? Okay, so I guess I gotta like talk to everyone, and then I have to talk to the door. Okay, never mind. I had to use the reflector charm. Hello. So right now we're just kind of running through, like right now they just want you to get familiar with like your home base area pretty much. But like I think that in like later videos and even now as I'm like considering how I'm going to be editing. Like, I want to cut out a lot of the dead space these videos contain and put some, and just put a little bit more like life and quickness and stability. Not every fight needs to be seen. Maybe I can do like a couple montages of fights. Maybe I can do like this and that. Like, I really just want to express myself a little bit more creatively and make it feel that you're still understanding the game, but also just not like, all right, Moose is running. You're not gonna believe this. He's still running. Someone check the security footage. He's still running. That's embarrassing. Up. But as I'm running through this tutorial, I'm really trying to remember like all the little secrets and like the upcoming areas and everything else. Okay, hello sword. I have to sneeze. No, me too, geez. Cinema. Absolute cinema. All that for Reflector 1. Okay, what does homie have to say? Who's on with the key data? I came to the huge crater in Central 3. What a pain in the butt. Okay, so I gotta find this guy with key data. All the day, finish. Okay, so I don't actually have the means to explore it now. Haha, cool. Duly noted. Duly noted. Alrighty, and as usual, it's bedtime. Do you want to save? Of course I do. I don't want my data to go corrupted. It's important to save. The webcam position though, I wonder if I should probably move it so that the health bar and everything else are a little bit better positioned. Maybe I can do it in the middle? Okay, so magically now I'm in the other corner, so ta-da. I realize this will probably be the best spot. I did some like checking and like some battles. It doesn't block the chips anymore and you still get to see most of everything, so I figure this will be the best spot for my big old meat noggin. Also, security's here. Stop, in the name of the law. Intruder, you're breaking into the school. We can't be having that. Land doesn't have his student ID, so unfortunately, Land, you will be shoved in a locker permanently, actually. Could you imagine getting jumped at your first day of school because they forgot to give you a student ID? Oh yeah. Whoo-wee. Do you guys feel that? Do you guys feel that movement tech? Oh my lord, looks like a doll. Spoiler alert, I really wish that thing was a little bit cooler. Like, I wish there's a little bit more out of it. Excuse me, we're running tests. You cannot be in here. Lan, I'm your homeroom teacher, Joe Mock. Joe Mock. Mr. Mac. Yeah, Mr. Mac and Cheese, more like it. All right, so this guy's pretty interesting. We've got Joe Mock. His name's Joe Mama, more like it. What? See, kids, this is what happens if you don't subscribe and you 6'7" too much in your life. This is what you want to be. You just don't want to be this guy. You really don't. You really don't. So anyways, I'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.